Don't miss all the night accessories coming out this week.
Spiky bits.
Welcome back, Hobby Maniacs. I'm Baer, and today, well, there's so many. I can't remember a time when there wasn't releases. Today, we've got all the night accessories, the Forgeshrine, the Datacards, the War Scrolls, or data sheets rather. Gosh, so many words that sound the same when it comes to 40k. The Battle Gage, and the dice themselves. So let's dive right into it. So first up, we've got the Forgeshrine, which is a really interesting kit because it interfaces with the knight itself. It's just basically 3 of the Sector Mechanicus sprues with an extra upgrade sprue that they seem to have recast from previously existing components. So it's amazing what they can do with computers these days. Now in game, I think it's like 80 points, and it gives you, let's take a look here. So there's all the instructions on how to build it. It's probably a data sheet. Yes, here it is. So it allows you to either repair, regains D3 lost runes, just regains 3 if there's a tech priest on top of it, or you can reload the Shieldbreaker missiles, which you've probably already seen all of this yet. However, next time any one of the weapons are fired, it gets a full complement of shots, which is pretty cool. Not an heirloom of the noble houses, because some of those are just ridiculous. And a right of refueling until the end of your turn. Increase the movement characteristic of the vehicle by 6. You can only use 1 of the Forgeshrines per turn, and I believe you have to dock with it for a full minute. Within 1 inch. If it does so, it cannot shoot or charge in that turn. Its attack's characteristic is reduced to 1, which you can then choose to resolve one of the following effects. So it takes out of play effectively for 1 game or out of the fight. It's not technically out of the play or anything like that. Now, as far as the kit goes, like I said, this is the additional sprue with components from I believe the Promethean pipeline, or perhaps it was that plasma conduit thing. I forget which one had the little tubes. I want to say it was Promethean pipeline. This was from the Sector Mechanicum tractor set, which came out in Crane, also with the fire extinguishers in the toolbox right there. And then this was actually, I believe, one of the objective bits that came out recently. I want to say early last year. I forget exactly. There wasn't a time we weren't unboxing Games Workshop releases. And then the 3 sprues that it comes with, of course, is the supports and the big tower thing. Now, all of this we've reviewed many times over here on the channel, especially about this time last year, just before 8th edition came out, and the little gantry piece right here. I guess it makes a platform. We'll call it the platform piece with the little techno spider thing right there. So technically you get all 3 of these sprues in the Knight Renegade box, minus this, of course, and you get an additional gantry sprue as well. And you can see right here, realistically, it goes together very easily in a known configuration. And then the only thing that's really different is that you put the pipes right on top, the little computer terminal and the crane, and you can put the fire extinguisher in the toolbox pretty much anywhere, but they socket in right there. It's very easy. It looks like it all just glues down, and then you put a little hose right there with that particular piece. So very easy kit to get together and assemble. Let's see what else is next. And the Forgeshrine was $40 US. Next up is the Battle Gage. This is made out of some sort of steel. It says made in China. Don't know exactly what kind of steel right off the top of my head, but it looks pretty sturdy. Obviously, it's not something you're going to put in your bag or case and have to worry about snapping in half with some of those acrylics out there. Now, this one it has a few scratches on it, no big deal really, but it is pretty thin. It's about a 1/16 of an inch here. These are $12.50 US, and when you kind of peel it off, you want to be careful because you're going to get a little bit of residue on, where is it? You're going to get a little bit of residue. Well, we'll just rip it off, whatever. You're going to get a little bit of residue right here, at this area, so you can get some Gugon or something, but definitely test it on an area on the back, just so you know that it's not going to lift up any of those half-inch measurements right there. But it is very handy because there is a stratagem in the book that allows you to attack things on ruins 6 inches up, so it's a pretty handy little device here. And like I said, you don't have to worry about it snapping or anything like that. Even at the weak point right here of a 1/2 inch, I wouldn't be worried about steel snapping, especially if this is I guess it's stainless steel, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. So you got your 1 inch, you got your 6 inch, you got your 3 inch, you got your 2 inch, pretty much everything you're gonna need. And then of course you can even lock it in like that and get underneath stuff. Just be wary of smacking your miniatures with a piece of this metal, because it turns out metal is stronger than all of us. That's right, you heard it here first. 40K quick tip: metal is stronger than us. You think that would be self-explanatory, but let me tell you how many times I've walked into a bulkhead on accident, and if I hadn't had my hard hat on, would have been hurting. So next up is your normal data cards for the Imperial Knights. This is a $15 set US. What I like about it is it does come with both the burdens and the benefits, and the qualities rather, for your free blades. It also comes with all the stratagems, and there is quite a bit in here, believe it or not. I didn't think it was possible for them to get it, cram as much stuff into this codex as they did, but sure enough, it's looking good so far. I am definitely a fan. Tactical objectives and everything like that we would normally see in here as well. So you've got all your stratagems, your house specific stratagems, and all of that. Oh, and on the back, here's the artwork. So you've got really cool looking normal stuff right there, the 3 different household kind of looks, and just a couple of little clip arts right there. Very, very cool stuff all the way around. Okay, next up we've got the dice. New Imperial Knight dice. I like the design because you can actually mostly tell what it is right there. So it's going to come in a pack with 20 of these bad boys. And let's roll them up. So let's see if we can, at a glance, figure out which one is which. So I like these. They feel pretty sturdy. Not too shabby. They've got rounded corners, not quite the square edges. They feel a little light. I'll admit, they feel a little light. But other than that, I'm not too off-put by them so far. I like them about as much as the Custody ones so far. So let's roll. Let's roll and see if we can figure out what the roll is. Okay, so that's a 3, that's a 4, 4, is that 1 or 6? That's a 6, I like it. Good thinking, GW. Keeping that tradition alive with the 6s, so hey, not a bad roll. A 2, no 1s, all 4 ups, or 3 ups actually. So 2 up, 6, and everything else. Alright, let's roll the rest. Ooh, there's the 1s, savage. And 6, got some 5s. Got lots of 6s to round it out. So not too bad on rolling a random 20 dice right there. This is $20 US, so you're basically paying $1 a dice for these bad boys right here. But they are pretty cool, and they are very easily recognizable from, a vantage point far overhead. And last, but certainly not least, in any way possible, we have the premiere of the datasheet cards. Thank you, Games Workshop, for finally listening to us. I personally have been asking for these for at least since 8th edition started, longer than that, since you started putting them out for Age of Sigmar. And so far, I'm very impressed. Now, that being said, if you put these out sooner, I understand that 8th edition, a lot of the rules changed, so I respect that we don't have these yet. Now, this is the first general release. We did see a pack of these in the Custody Collector set also as well earlier in the year, which I was stoked for, and then a little saddened that we didn't see them in the release after that, which I think was Necrons. But let's take a look at these because I'm definitely liking the styling here. So first off, it's got the little card on the back to tell you what they are, as if you wouldn't already know. And there they are, nice and neat, very easy to read, not small text. I got old people eyes, believe it or not. Very, very easy to see. I'm definitely digging the layout and everything of all these. Let's check the back art. So back art's all the same, no big deal right there. So it's got all of your knights, and then what I like even more, and I hadn't even thought of this, this tells you how far ahead of the game GW is. They've got the little things next to them so you can remind yourself how far you're moving, what you're hitting on now. And then instead of trying to figure out which one's which, it even says on the back, Gallant, Castellan, Valiant, all of the normal ones right there. So the Gallant's a little different. Interesting. I'll have to look in the Codex book right there. And then the little baby knights and more Gallant. Oh, Gallants go across. I get it. Okay, so that's the Gallant. Down, 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 down. Okay, makes it easy. And then, of course, also all of the icons and things you might need to keep track of your different abilities, or if you happen to have like a specific stratagem played on this turn, you won't forget it. Or if your guys, perhaps your warlord or something like that. So very neat, a great idea, an idea I feel like that should continue in Warhammer 40K. Definitely leave some comments below. Let me know how you feel about these, because I am personally loving these, and I feel like you still have to buy the Codex in order to utilize these, but they definitely help you on the tabletop in this great format. And I would love a general release of these for, you know, all the other books out there. I feel like they would do well. It'd be a great Christmas time perhaps release or something like that. Now the new these new data sheet cards, as I guess they're calling them, not the Forgeshrine. Where is the pricing on this? I actually forgot. I think it's $15 as well. Yes, data sheets is $15 as well. So $30 gets you these two, and then another 40 gets you the Codex itself. So maybe don't necessarily need these, but these definitely help on the tabletop, I feel like. So that's it for this one. That is all of the accessories for the night release. Lots of firsts, several, you know, continuations of what we've seen in the past, but overall I feel like they're all great, and you don't need all of them to still get a good, you know, game in with all of this stuff here. So vote in the comments which ones you think are worth it and which ones Games Workshop should continue on with here. Make sure to also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you can be the very first to like and comment on all our additional night content.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. TheLongWar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.